Hey guys, and welcome back to the Iron Person Training YouTube channel. We're continuing our prep for the AWPC Bench Press World Championships that are taking place at the end of August. This is a session from a few weeks ago, and we're continuing our peaking process, continuing with the 3-2-1 model. So starting off here with 155 kilos for 3 reps. And as you can see, coming down nice and controlled, and the weight moving very nicely. So very happy with how everything was feeling early on. You can see trying to activate my glutes and my heels as much as possible there to get a nice consistent press. We then jumped on to 165 kilos we went up to. First time this was wearing my Westside Barbell t-shirt, a t-shirt I've wanted for ages and finally got one. So I was very happy with that. We can see getting ourselves set up, pulling ourselves nice and through, getting our feet nice and set, taking our time with the setup, not rushing anything, getting our hands in place, bringing the bar out, and we're going to go for a double here. So nice, solid press, a little bit wonky, as you might have seen there, and came back up again, but the weight moving really nicely. We're going to go to 172.5, so this is what I'm planning to open at Worlds. As long as everything feels good and everything's feeling right in training, this is going to be my opener. So as you can see, I'm just getting myself nice and set. Pulling myself through, trying to get that nice big arch. And again, taking my time on setup. I think that's one thing that I see people get wrong on bench, is they rush the setup, they rush bringing the bar down, rush bringing the bar out. You can see, nice long press, and boom, easy rep. Felt very good, definitely feel confident opening with that. We then came on to some 133 kilo tempos. We did 2 sets of 8 on these. So again, like I've said in previous videos, tempo work for me on the bench isn't about doing a set time. It's about just doing a weight as controlled as possible and slower than you would normally. So you'll be able to see that as I get myself set up, bring the bar down. I'm going to come down nice and slow and controlled. You can see it's not too dissimilar to how I bring the bar down for my normal reps, but it is that little bit slower. So just working on increasing that control, increasing that lat strength, and keeping my back nice and tight as well. So yeah, very happy with how all of this has felt so far. Definitely confident I can open at 172.5 at comp, which means that I should, if it feels good, be able to jump to 180 for my second attempt, which would be fantastic. And then it would give me kind of like that, just go for it on the third attempt. Or if I need a certain weight to place, give that weight a go. Ken doing seal row and close grip lat pull down superset. We were up to 75 kilos on the seal row, and then after we'd done 3 sets of the superset, we did drop down and do as many reps as we could on 60 kilos, which felt fine. And again, it's just a nice way of getting a bit of extra volume in, especially as the weight starts to build up and you start to drop a couple of reps off. You just keep that volume in nice and easy. We then came on to the close grip bench to the shoulder saver, 110 kilos. If you have access to a shoulder saver or any kind of board press, I really recommend doing this movement. It really trains that transition point to where your triceps take over the weight really well. So if you do have problems in that area, like I say, I'd definitely give this a go. Really helps you get nice, strong triceps as well. It has a really good crossover to your bench, because I think a lot of times you can do a lot of tricep stuff that doesn't necessarily have a direct crossover to the bench, whereas that does have a direct crossover. So definitely give that a go if you are able to. Then we did some face pulls. We then coming on to some tricep rollbacks. Probably my favourite tricep exercise that isn't done with like a barbell. It can be really explosive. Doing these on the floor, I used to do these on a bench all the time, and what I found was as you went to roll it back, you were really concerned about whether it was going to hit the bench nicely or something like that. Whereas if you do it on the floor, that kind of just alleviates that concern in your head, so you can just go for it and focus on working the triceps as much as possible. So we were at 22.5 kilos here. We went for 10 to 15 reps on each set, usually at around, probably averaging about the 10 mark. First set we got a little bit over that. As you can see, just grinding out those last couple of reps. We then moved on to the hammer curls for a minute. Again, we're working on tendon strength here, trying to make sure we don't get any tendinitis or anything like that in our forearms and biceps. So this is more of like a prehab exercise, if you like, than trying to particularly get stronger, although it is going to help train the forearm and the bicep as well. Obviously, forearm important for taking load while you're benching, and the biceps there for like a stability aspect of the bench press. So it is important to have a bit of bicep work in there. Just walking around, just trying to take my mind off how much is burning. Then came on to some forearm wrist work. We're doing some fat grip curls on the cable machine. And again, like I said, doing forearm work, doing a lot of forearm work has really had a massive positive effect on my bench. And it's really good that SSPC offers obviously so much equipment that you can do this kind of training with. So yeah, definitely give some forearm training a go if you want to improve your bench. But that's it for the video, guys. Next time we'll be doing 175 kilos, and I'll see you in that video.